character. Now I have to say, despite the first act, what really took my breath away with this film was the performances by Quinn and Vanessa Kirby. So I've just come back from watching Fantastic Four First Steps. This is a very bold, action-packed and emotional movie. Definitely in the right direction for Marvel. Definitely. Now I have to say, the first act felt somewhat rushed and truncated. Now while I appreciate the creative choice of not giving us an origin story, I felt the pacing of the first act left little room to really jump into this world and really immerse ourselves into this world before steadily moving on to the second act. But once we got into the second act, that's where it really piqued my intrigue, and I felt the momentum started to kick in. In the second act, motivations are established and you kind of get a feel for each character. Now I have to say, despite the first act, what really took my breath away with this film was the performances by Quinn and Vanessa Kirby. Outstanding. They more or less gave me what has been missing in the MCU. Fantastic, believable performances in characters that you care about. Vanessa Kirby, outstanding. Quinn, just a standout star, absolutely fantastic. I have to say though, Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards, a very undecisive and hesitant Reed Richards. I'm sorry to say, but he came across like a wet drip, I'm afraid. It's like, would you just make a decision? Is this guy going to be the one to lead the Avengers? If so, we're screwed. I'm sorry to say, but I just wasn't feeling his character or the portrayal of his character. Very hesitant and indecisive. Garner as the Silver Surfer, I thought her performance was really ethereal, and I'm happy we got a window into her backstory so we can understand her motivations. And the way, as I say, the VFX, the special effects, how they used her whole choreography of movement and action sequences, it was so well done, and the way she came through at the end, just brilliant, absolutely fantastic. So I just felt there was a lot of emotional beats with this movie, and it just didn't miss. As I say, from the second act onwards, the movie was just a well-crafted, orchestrated piece. But the anchor for this film really was the performances from Quinn and Vanessa Kirby, absolutely. Now this is definitely a step in the right direction for Marvel, very bold, very emotional, and the sort of gravitas of acting that we were once accustomed to the MCU. They've now brought fresh new faces, fresh energy, and it's now getting me excited to see what they're going to do, what the Russo brothers are going to do going forward with Doctor Doom. And so I don't know if I would watch the movie again. I would like to watch it at home streaming. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do a second watch in the cinema. But I've finally gone to an AMC cinema in the US. Yeah, and there's a lot of adverts, I have to say. I did enjoy the movie, first time watch. This is my first reaction out of theatre, back at the hotel of course, because it is so hot out there in Vegas. It's just, whew, that weather is just, oh gosh, I don't know how people accommodate this weather. But yeah, back in the hotel, so I thought I'd just give a quick summary, first thoughts of Fantastic Four First Steps. Good movie. First act could have been a lot better, but as the story progressed, momentum kicked in and performances were outstanding. There's not much to really complain about. But yeah, I would have tweaked that first act, and yeah, that's just me personally. But guys, please do comment below, let me know your thoughts on Fantastic Four First Steps. How much would you give it out of 10? Are you excited to see what they're going to do for Doctor Doom? Please subscribe, hit that thumbs up and all that good stuff, and I'll see you down in the comment section. Adios for now, and have a wonderful weekend. Adios. Bye.